Well, a cold front predicted since the weekend has finally swept through many parts of the country, and some of the impact has been devastating. Residents across various regions of South Africa woke up to a wintry surprise from Monday morning, and today temperatures dropped even further. In the Eastern Cape, we've heard of loss of life. Up to 7 people are now known to have died. People in KwaZulu-Natal and the Free State have also not been spared from the drop in temperatures, including snowfall that's made some roads impassable. Let's speak now to SABC News meteorologist Mpho Rasimphi about what to expect. Mpho, good to see you in the hours ahead. Where are we in terms of the journey of this cold front, and how much further do we expect temperatures to drop?
Well, let's start off. The cold front has moved away from the country a long time ago. Now we're feeling the effect of the cutoff flow, which is now sitting over the ocean, meaning that it's left South Africa already. So for now, the temperatures, I'm expecting temperatures to pick up a little bit from tomorrow, as we're expecting clearing over most of the country from tomorrow.
And Mpho, as we continue to monitor especially the disaster areas where people have found themselves in tragic circumstances in the Eastern Cape today, children clinging to trees because the area where they were traveling was flooded. We're hearing of a scholar vehicle that's now also been washed away. What do we know about the early warning system and what it's supposed to achieve to prevent disaster?
Look, I always say the most important part of the early warning system is the communication part, that's where the national disaster comes in, where the warning can be issued, but the question is the warning reaching the right people at the right time? And those people actually know what to do when they get the warning, because that's the most important part. Because if I'm affected by the weather, but I don't get the warning in time, well, the worst will happen.
And in terms of that then, how do we fix it? Do we know how well it's working and perhaps where the adjustments are needed?
Look, in terms of how it's working, what I know is that the Weather Service is the only institution that can actually issue a warning. And once they are ready to issue the warning, they give it to us, the media, so that we can give the public and also give it to the National Disaster Management, which is the ones who are working with the municipalities to make sure that the warning is actually reaching the right people, because they know how many how many millimeters of water is needed for a certain area to flood, or how much snowfalls is needed for a pass to close, so that the road can be closed. So they are the ones actually entrusted with making sure that the information gets there on time. So in terms of those stakeholders, everything's okay. The question is, does the message reach those people on time? That's the question we must actually answer.
And in terms of the vast amounts of rainfall, for example, in the Eastern Cape, as we're saying, where people have found themselves in trouble, was that always the expected amount of water?
Definitely. Look, because of now, as we said when the system was coming in, is that it's 2 systems. Unlike the cold front that we had 2 weeks back, when it's only a cold front, this time it had an upper air support in terms of the cutoff flow. And remember, whenever we talk about a cutoff flow, I think we need to make it a national anthem, that whenever we talk about a cutoff flow, we are talking about lots of rainfall that can be expected. I think if we get to that point, everyone can know that whenever we say a cutoff flow is coming, anyone knows that a lot of rainfall can be predicted.
And lastly, in the areas where there has been snowfall, I mean, we're showing Berkeley Pass right there behind you. What impact is that going to have once the sun comes out and much of the snow begins to melt away? Will that affect temperatures?
Definitely, because remember, it's winter. So I'm not predicting, if it was a normal summer day, I was predicting that by tomorrow in the afternoon, the snow will have melted. But because of the winter, the temperatures are low. The melting of the snow might take a day or 2, even 3 days. In terms of the temperatures, remember, they're not going to go up that much, especially during the day, or actually more so during the night, because we are still in winter. So meaning that we're still expecting temperatures to be low. But in terms of it getting to, because we had a high of 11 here in Johannesburg, I'm expecting it to actually go up somewhere around 19, 20, back to the normal temperatures during the daytime temperatures.
Is that tomorrow already?
That's not by tomorrow, by Thursday.
Okay.
Yes, because of it's winter, so it will take time for the temperatures to recover from the slump that they had because of those 2 systems.
Mpho Rasimphi, good to talk to you. Mpho Rasimphi is the SABC News meteorologist, keeping an eye on the movements in terms of the weather.